Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Dillsboro, North Carolina. And as you can see, I'm walking along a railroad track like some sort of drifter or hobo, but I'm actually looking for something today. I'm a haunted train tunnel, if you believe that. But anyway, let's see if we can track this thing down. Follow me. Alright, I'm a little nervous here walking across this train trestle. I'm pretty sure there's no trains. Oh god, okay. I'm very afraid of heights and this is really unnerving. Alright, and there we have it. Cowee Tunnel. Now this tunnel here was built by a African-American chain gang shortly after the Civil War. Of course, chain gangs, or African-American chain gangs, were essentially a way for people to try to extend slavery, to imprison blacks with trumped up or false charges, to imprison them in order to get them to do free labor. And here in Dillsboro, North Carolina, they had the slaves dig this tunnel out of rock with pickaxes. And there is one of the most horrible incidents, I think it's most horrible railroad incidents in American history occurred right here. And as you can see over here, I have the Tuckasegee River. And the not slaves, but might as well be slaves, the chain gang members, while constructing this, they had their camp on the other side of the river, and they of course would be all chained together. And at the end of the night, when they were to go back to their camp on the other side of the river, they would get on a boat and go across the river. Well, the boat tips over, and because the slaves are all chained together, they cannot swim. They struggle, become more entangled in their chains, and drowned. All 19 of them wrapped together in a big ball of chain, drowned, sink to the bottom of the river. Just absolutely horrifying if you think about it. Now there was one white man with them, a prison guard by the name of Fleet Foster. And he was in the boat. He was not chained to them, but he was still drowning. A black overseer by the name of Drake Anderson saw that Fleet Foster was drowning in the river. He was not chained because he was an overseer. He was a prisoner, but he had a higher rank. So Drake Anderson, the black overseer, jumped into the river and pulled Fleet Foster out. He knew the rest of the slaves, they were done for, they were dead. There was no saving them, so he left them be, pulled Fleet Foster out. Drake Anderson, by the rest of the prison guards, was seen as a hero. He rescued a prison guard, but Fleet Foster apparently did not like being rescued by a black man. He had his feelings hurt, and that night during bunk check, when they were checking the bunks of the prisoners, Fleet Foster claimed that he found his wallet in the bag of Drake Anderson, the man that had saved his life earlier that day. So a thought here is that possibly Fleet Foster, out of shame, planted this in Drake Anderson's bag in order to, I don't know, get rid of some of the shame and associated with being rescued by a black man. Nonetheless, Fleet Foster had Drake Anderson horsewhipped, and he added years onto his sentence, all for saving his life. Now eventually they were able to pull the mass of dead bodies and chains out of the Tuckasegee River, and they're said to have been buried right up there on top of Cowee Tunnel. This may seem a bit ill-advised, but let's just take a quick little peek into this creepy, haunted tunnel. If anyone hears a train, let me know. Oh, now you can see it is not raining today, but it is absolutely pouring water in this tunnel. Yeah, my flashlight's not doing a whole lot. Man, this is a creepy tunnel. Apparently Roy has been here. Alright, I don't know how deep this tunnel is, and it's probably not smart to play in train tunnels, so I think I will excuse myself, and hopefully a ghost won't follow me home. But speaking of ghosts, there's something less than a mile from here, right along these train tracks, that I think is very interesting. So let's go check that out. Did I mention that I was afraid of heights? Ay, ay, ay. Now, there has been some supernatural stories associated with the prisoners drowning during the creation of the Cowee tunnel, and probably the most famous and prominent relates to this area right here. As you can see, there's a prison bus behind me, a wrecked train. These are actually not a genuine wreck right here. See another prison bus looking very similar to that one. This site right here is actually where the early 90s film The Fugitive was filmed, in the epic scene where the prison bus and the train crash together. You can see right there, they staged the train crash right here, and instead of cleaning up afterwards, they actually just left the remains here, kind of as a tourist attraction. I think it's an interesting piece of history. But one of the notable things is during the actual filming, I guess Harrison Ford would have been in the prison bus, and during the film, when he's supposed to be looking up out of the wreckage, a face, or a man with a hat, comes down and looks downward at him. And everyone that worked on the film, including the director, stated that they did not know who that was, that was an unaccounted person, a mysterious visage looking down. It was recorded and played in theaters because they actually did not catch it until the film was already produced and already in theaters. And actually, you cannot see it on DVD because they actually removed the ghost from the DVD footage. You can find it on YouTube though. Very cool, and they still have no explanation for who was looking down. And a lot of people have made the connection between that strange sighting and the events that occurred with the prisoners drowning during the construction of the Cowee tunnel, just probably about a mile from here. All right, I appreciate you guys watching. For more adventures, please subscribe. Also, I have a website, www.thecarpetbagger.org. Check it out if you get a chance. Appreciate it.